Greetings, fellow ancient soldiers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Vault Builders, Episode 2, Hunted by the Empire. We've got a research bench. Perfect. Sapo, you are stone cutting. That doesn't make any sense. So the next thing I want to do, so I'll update the priority, is build stables, or build a horse paddy and comms. So Sapo's going to need a little bit more metal. In order to spend the intel, we need a communications console. So I'm going to build a communications console and then spend the intel while also cutting sandstone for the horse paddy. Berries are being used for nutrient base. That's okay. We're about to hit a massive rice harvest. But if we want to tame more horses, I'll have Moxie go pick more berries. What I could do is link these hoppers together. And then for now, not allow berries in them. So that we reserve the berries for the horses. Good call. Because that's why I hadn't tamed the rest. Once we research smithing, I will be able to make steel tile, which is partially sterile, and that will clean up the research room. It also means that the research room is going to need its own standing lamp or wall lamp. A blight would be funny. No, it would not. With a rice paddy this large, a blight wouldn't hit all the rice, because this is like too much rice for one blight to hit. Blights, I think, max out at like 50 crop at a clip, and I've got 270 or 200 or basically 300. So it'd be annoying, but like not the end of the world level. All right, so this bedroom slash science lab is now clean, separated out from the rest of the barracks, which is dirty, which will help with research speed. So we're trying to obtain the requisite metals for a comms console and a transport pod or an orbital trade beacon. I should build it there. There we go. Looks rough, but, you know, it is in progress. And this looks like it's 2 veins of steel, so that's pretty convenient. There is other steel here. And then up here, which is super inconvenient to get to. While Sapo builds her research chair, I'm having her deliver materials for the walls. And there we go, we got another mare. And a raid. Prepare a while, Gloom Tribe. Slothful and Brawler. So don't let it get close to you, but they are 17, so they're not running at normal speed, plus they're in the light. Actually, light level for the Gloom Tribe doesn't really matter, does it? Good to know. Okay, we have the comms console up. So once we get the orbital trade beacon up, we'll be able to spend the intel before it expires. So Crimson, how about you go do that? Contact the deserters. So for Imperial technology, we're going to spend all 6 of our critical intel for silent neuroformers. I think that's probably the wisest choice, as that will empower us incredibly. Because the alternatives is like armor or weapons. Weapons aren't bad, but we at least started with a bunch of weapons. And then for the regular intel, this is what I was planning. I was planning on getting an invisibility engulfer, a deserter declassifier, which allows you to basically wiretap the Imperials, and then a psychic amplifier. And then we'll have 1 intel left over, and I'll spend that on an aperitif. Why not? Purchase. And in about a day, we'll have a dead drop where we can go collect that stuff. So now we've spent all of our intel, so that it cannot be lost. All right, let's go kill Black over here before she decides to kill us. Oh boy, it would help if you actually hit your mark. It'd be like that? Okay. Oh my god. People. What the fricking hell? There we go! Congratulations! You are one of the least effective shooters I've ever seen, given that your skills are 13 and 7. And Crimson, you don't want to watch this, because, I don't have need for a sloth. Ripperonis. We don't have a means of to burn them up, so I'm just going to bury them for now. Alright, we have 20 power excess. Not a lot of power excess. I'm going to actually turn off the orbital trade beacon. Or, you know what? I'm going to, in case of a pod drop raid. I'm going to put it over yonder. Of course, I picked literally the only spot that has a tree. Good job, me. And this way, if attackers try to attack us, they'll pod drop over here and not on us, which is going to be pretty helpful. We have another horse, so let's get another giveaway. I think they're both mares. Yes, they're both mares. So, good luck. And we're going to wall that up so it can't get easily destroyed. For those that don't know, I'll explain the... So, of the raid types, you've got the attack, immediate, prepare a while, sappers and breachers, right? And siege. But when they use a transport pod, there's essentially 3 types of transport pod attacks. 1 is they target your orbital trade beacon, 2 is they target a random colonist, and 3, they scatter everywhere. And in the case that they target an orbital trade beacon, the trade beacon that they target is the oldest installed trade beacon that has at least 1 spot adjacent open to it. So now this trade beacon is the oldest installed trade beacon, and it has an open spot adjacent to it, and I'm just going to wall it up so it won't get destroyed by random whatevers. But this is a way to, like, bait the orbital trade beacon attackers from attacking your base. That was just like, ignore that, it's just a bug. And there we go, there's our dead drop. It is southeast in the Sweaty Isle. Yes. And the ETA, or the timeouts for the bunkers, the good one, the sealed vault, is 17 days. So we'll keep an eye on that. Make sure that we get there before the timeout happens. We are starting to do the rice harvest, and I am not going to re-sow it. This is a lot of rice, and I don't intend to replant. Also, kind of seems like some of this rice was eaten by guinea pigs. So I'm going to eventually want to wall up the rice farm as well to keep it safe from munchers. So we'll build a wall here eventually. The horse paddock is going to be more important because horses can't be replaced as easily as rice can. Oh, you are tamed? Wait, what? Yeah. Okay, well, that's interesting. I don't know why we didn't actually hit you. Okay. Moxie's doing it now. Good. I was wondering about that. Alright, I'm going to say that the steel that we've gotten so far is enough for now. Because I don't have any pressing things to build with steel. And we are going to put Sapo back on construction so you can build the patty. Snarf, thank you for the resub. Yeah, the time remaining is still bugged. Good to know. So we got a raffle timer for, oh, 3 horses. Now, in the case of these horses, I think I'm going to do a sterilization on the stallions because horses are great, but I don't want 1,000 of them. So I'm going to limit the pop growth. Smithing is done, and we'll get machining. And with smithing done, we'll put steel tiles up here, and we need 175 steel tiles to accommodate this whole area. Noted. Lucky Stallion? Yep. Getting gelded. Oh, okay, there we go. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure we have more wood. Alright. Foxed, wolved. You are going to be Mare 1. Oh, with an F. Not a capital F. Some real trial and error here. Name 2, Azaroon. Man, Azaroon, you've been getting a lot of names here. And then the gelded is going to be Sashi Sade. Nice. We are definitely building up our horse population, which is great. All right, let's go ahead, and I think we'll get more bang for a buck benefit out of building the lab flooring. Oh, you are just like, oh, I'll find a way to not work on that. And we also have another stallion. I'm going to do a whole new giveaway timer. So there we go. And there's only one mare out there left. So, Mr. Stallion, you're going to get gelded too. Actually, you know what? Maybe I won't. I could use some foals. It really depends on, honestly, the how many horses that this pen can, because I don't want to have to rebuild the pen. So how many horses this pen can sustain. But this many horses is quite a lot of carry weight. So we should be just fine. And the current priority is build the horse paddy and lab floor. And then I could also, in the future, this will probably have a hospital bed because this is going to be a rather sterile room, which makes it ideal for medicine. Okay, seems we're out of steel. Oh, no, we're not. Crimson, thanks for the gifted subs. I hope you like that this is your character. I know it's a little gender bending, but we can pretend it's your wife. Cheers. Or maybe your great-great-great-great-great-great-great-granddaughter in the 5,000th future or whatever. Use a little imagination. Few more greats. Yeah, I mean, there's a limit to how many times I want to say great in a row. Although, you never know. Maybe us humans invent cryptosleep sometime in the near future, and it would only require a few greats. Because if you get frozen in, like, let's say, 2130, and then defrosted in 5050, you would not have to have, you know, whatever. All right, I'm getting pedantic here. Be a lot of freezer burn? It would be, you're right. All right, so now we're working on the horse paddy so that they can roam free. And then there is actually one research that I want before machining, which is Devil Strand. So I'm going to pivot to unlock Devil Strand and update the home zone to accommodate the future walls for our farm. I don't like the walls. Oh, actually, no, I do. I think having like a deadfall trap tunnel into our base as an alternative path is going to be wise, but I'm not going to work on that right now. But what I will do is I'll change it for defender's advantage here. Actually, because we only have one brawler at the moment, I'll just have it be a choke point so that if Sapo needs to, he can hold off like an attacking horde by his lonesome. These walls are damaged. These are ruined walls, which I haven't bothered to repair because repairing takes a while. So Moxie is trying to tame that last horse, and we're going to have a raffle in 40 seconds for hopefully both. Nope, the horse went to sleep. The horse is like, you can't tame me. It's nap time. Dopey Zabs, thank you for the cheer, too. Well, so far, everybody seems relatively happy. Our supply of meat and rice is going to sustain us for quite some time. Crimson, with inspired creativity. You like art, but I don't think I'm going to stop researching so that you can flex your art muscles. So, like, I'm sorry to say, but I don't think that inspired creativity is going to be used. Alright, horses. Quantum. Your name, Quantum, now I think about it, is like a really good name for a racehorse. Quantum Regent is like racehorse material. So congrats. And you also aren't gelded yet. So you're going to have horselings foals soon. Alright, Moxie. You did not get the mare, but I'm going to run a pierogi. You're going to be the mare once the mare gets tamed, so that I don't have yet another raffle. Oh, something to do. So once we wall up the rice farm... Oh, that's the opposite of what I wanted to do. is prevent a roof over here so that we don't kill our crops. And this is going to keep us fed for quite some time. And at this rate, we can put berries back in the hopper because we can feed raw rice to horses. They don't care. Is the freezer big enough for all that rice? It is not. Not yet. So what I'll do is this will be like overflow freezing. At some point, we'll probably mine the compactor machinery and open it up a little bit more, too. Alright, Moxie, let's start hauling that rice. I wonder why... Oh, you know, these hoppers should be in critical? Not to use insect jelly or fertilized eggs. Not that we'll likely have any fertilized eggs, but you never know. There we go. So the hoppers are now higher priority, as they always should be. And we're almost done with the rice paddy. Not too far to go. And Moxie's trying to clean up all the rice that that was on the ground over there. The other thing I could do is to change the butchery zone a little bit to free up more space for shelving. And that would be pretty handy, I think. Man, that last mare really is a holdout. All the other horses came in line. It's funny, is one of the reasons why horses are so easily tamed or domesticated compared to, like, zebras, not that, you know, you were hoping for the Attenborough experience of a stream, is that for horses, all you have to do is break the leader of the band, and the rest of the horses follow in line. Meaning that if you want to, like, tame horses, you just have to tame one of them, and all of the others will follow you. Whereas zebras aren't like that. Zebras don't care. They don't follow the leader like horses do. So if you wanted to tame zebras, you'd have to tame each and every zebra individually, which is a right pain in the butt. Which is why horses are just so much more easily managed than elk or moose or zebra or other creatures, which can be used for, you know, for domestication purposes, right? Like we have the term reindeer for domesticated elk, but still, horses are just so easy comparatively because of their temperament. Because of their follow-the-leader type temperament. And now you learn something. Whether you wanted to or not. Yeah. Shoving education in your throats. That's right. Come on, mare. Now, do what horses do and follow the leader. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Pierogi. You might have been a holdout, but not for long. Are we talking IRL? Yes, I was. We must be out of... okay, so there's no stone chunks to be cut because they're far away. So I'm going to change the ingredient radius a little bit. Alright, taking a look at the ETA on the sealed vault is 14 days. I would like to get machining before then. And in fact, not only machining, but like ideally gunsmithing, because a smoke launcher can be really handy against mechs before heading out to the vault. Take back my knowledge. You're stuck with it. Alright, so let's also get gunsmithing, as I said. And I'm going to start sowing Devil Strand in this farm. Actually, hold off on that. I need a little bit more stone first, and Moxie's a stone cutter at the moment. Raw veg is allowed in general storage? So it is, but that's just because there's, like, not space anywhere else for it at the moment. I'd rather have it in general storage, which it will keep for 40 days, than sitting out here where it will rot in like a quarter of the time. But now that you pointed that out to me, let's get some shelving for it. Explains why you don't see people riding zebras often? Yes. Or moose or elk or anything but camels. I suppose, I mean, elephants can be, but like, maintaining an elephant is not exactly a, an easy thing to do. Which is why they were often gifted as punishment. More education. Sorry. Again. Alright, this barracks is slightly impressive. We've covered up most of the soil. I know it's like weird in patchwork, but this isn't our base. I'm not planning on living here long term. Yeah, White Elephant was a punishment gift. It's because like rich emperors would take albino elephants and gift them to people they didn't like, because paying to maintain an elephant was like near impossible, but you can't just like easily replace an albino elephant. So the emperor would know whether the gift was received and maintained or not, and it was a way to like punish those indirectly. You know, the ancient equivalent of like giving a house plant. Right? Like when someone gives me a house plant, it's like, I guess I have to take care of it, but I didn't want the responsibility, so what the hell? Because like throwing it out just feels wrong. So it's, you know, there's a few orders of magnitude there, to be fair, between a houseplant and an elephant, but still, to me, the concept is relatively similar. Or exotic fish, sure. Yeah, something like that. Basically a gift that's, like, annoying to take care of. That would become an economic burden. Alright, my people want a deserter cleric role. Let's do that. Role change. Moxie. You are going to become our deserter cleric. And the reason for Moxie is she is the only one with like remotely the decent social skills. Sapo's social skills is a flat 0. I mean, literally, just look at his face. This is not the kind of face of like, hey, you want to chat? This is the face of, you look at me wrong, I punch you in the face. And then Crimson, despite being chipper and cheery, has the social skills of a otaku. So, you know, that's a big no as well. Alright, role change done. And we could also go for a leader. So I am going to assign Sapo the leader. He's not the oldest sibling, but he is big brother. Which leaves Crimson, the kiddo, child of the family. She's only 17. There's a big spread, 34 to 17, so big age gap. And if you're wondering, yes, indeed, they are siblings. It wasn't in name only. Gunsmithing is done. Alright, Sapo. I have a task for you. You are going to work drive... Oh, you know what? Before you do that, let's go ahead and get a camel hide bed. Okay. So here's the plan. Sapo, you hit Crimson with the work drive. Also, switch clothing with her, because flat clothing, you move slower, and I don't think it's safe to move slower. Okay, so now she's in recon, he's in flak. Create a caravan. to the sealed vault, bring all the horses and Crimson. We're going to bring all the packaged survival meals. I probably don't need that much rice. A little bit more medicine just in case. And send. And then Crimson, you are going to be assigned travel. So I assigned Sapo the leader role so that he could work drive his sister so that she is better at getting through the security doors of a facility. The bedroll was already packed. It's already queued up to be included in the caravan. So the current priority right now is build a horse patty and scour a lab. The other thing I probably want to do is not roof up the horse patty, because the whole purpose of corralling them is so that they can graze. Collecting the drop? Yeah, I will be collecting the drop afterwards. The drop is going to be there for 2 years. The sealed vault will be there for 2 weeks. So one is slightly more urgent than the other. In this case, Sapo, you use your sister's bed. So now we have 2 bedrooms, which will keep our 2 remaining colonists a little happier. Oh, also there was a sneaky soil there, one there. I didn't see that. But yeah, I will be collecting the drop, but maybe not on this run. Bye, Crimson. So she is approaching the sealed vault. She's got 13 days of food. She'll be there in about a day. Good. Cheers. And then Sapo and Moxie, with their stone cutting and construction, are pretty close to having the horse patty going. And then we'll be walling up the Devil Strand farm. And I think I want the Devil Strand farm to be a clean 300 size. So I'm going to change the layout a little bit. So it's like 300. But this section can wait until the horse patty's done. Crimson, thank you for the cheer. I'm glad you're happy with Adventure Time. I mean, yes. Wow, now I have a whole theme song stuck in my head. And I kind of like it. I really... Adventure Time is fantastic. Alright, our next research project is going to be a multi-analyzer. Speeding up research speed is always important. You just need a dog with your character? Yes. A dog who talks and makes lobster soul food. With expandable arms and bright yellow. I agree. Making pancakes. Making bacon pancakes. I sing that song to myself, like, without lying, like once a week. I don't even eat bacon. It's just too catchy. It just really is too catchy. Oh, joy. Harmony Collective is here, and they outnumber us considerably. Okay. Raid colors. The calls for traps. So, pausing the game for just a moment. No, Sapo. Oh my god, don't grab wood from that direction. Forbid. Forbid. Denied. Run and shoot around the mountain? Not with the weapons they have. So, they've got a monosword and shield belt, assault rifles and LMGs, and they outnumber us 2-1. Traps is the answer. And I have enough steel for maybe 2 deadfall traps made of metal. So everything I'm building right now out of wood is just temporary. What I'm hoping to have happen is that the brawler gets murdered by the deadfall traps first. Eat later, bud. Alright. I don't think there's any more steel available, unfortunately. Do I really only have steel for 1 trap? Shoot. I'm going to destroy the butcher table. The other thing is I could gamble and open up the Ancient Danger, but I don't think that's a wise idea either. Alright, there's a second trap. And then the other traps I'll attempt to make with stone, just because I don't have other materials. Knowing that stone ones are slower to build and less effective. But it's better than nothing. I could break down more stuff for steel, but I think I'm okay. Alright, movement speed. Normal, 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 normal. So no one moves faster. Health conditions. This one moves a little slower, the LMGer, but they're all gonna arrive roughly at the same time. They all also have all death acidifiers, so it's not like we're gonna be able to loot them much. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get this second trap going in time. So, let's not try it. And I'm just gonna preach health to... Oh, he's not even sick yet. Oh, well that's awkward. So Crimson arrived at the sealed vault. Which I'm gonna give her some rest. Alright, so one's down. 2's down. 3 has an assault rifle, so I'm gonna make myself look scarce. And then jump him. Oh my god, Moxie, you are shooting the woodfire generator. Girl. There we go! Okay. Just a few wounds, nothing big deal. I would like his monosword, so I'm gonna... Moxie, go this way. I'm gonna try to chase him down. Now, I had mentioned previously that I wanted a deadfall trap tunnel, and just didn't prioritize it because I wanted the horse patty first. But now that we have the horse patty, this thing has nutrition growth of 7.6, But yeah, you can see why I wanted the Deadfall trap. Now the other issue is Kyros here moves at normal speed, so it's actually going to be really hard to catch him. Break his shield. Alright, his shield's broken. Ooh, you clipped him. In the leg, maybe? No, in the rib cage. But at least his movement speed is lower. I don't know if I'm gonna get his weapon, though. And then Phaenox joined. He's an undergrounder who... Or she's an undergrounder who's 18. With almost no passions. And she hallucinates and breathes fire. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't want you. One of the things you're going to notice is I'm going to be very choosy about the survivors I choose. We're going to be very picky. Alright, I think they made it out, unfortunately. Miracle shot! Nope. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Vault Builders, which originally streamed live on Twitch as a marathon. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow vault builders.